Hell pods are now activated because we are back and taking a look at the latest from Helldivers, which over the last 48 to 72 hours has been really hard to keep up with. Now, you awesome Helldivers out there took Tianquan incredibly fast, and of course, we now got our hands on those mechs. The servers crashed, and they came back online, and then they went haywire again. War bonds, medals, rewards, even the ability to buy the Exosuit stratagem were all thrown into chaos. Welcome to the channel. I am LtBuzzLitebeer, and we've got a bunch of items to run through today, including those mechs, the server chaos, Railgun updates, and a lot more. And it's good to see Johan, Arrowhead's CEO, back and responding over on Twitter. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. Chapters are in place and available for a smooth viewing experience. And let's get into everything Helldivers. Alright, first item of business is today's new daily order, and I've received a few questions about this one already, but it is to kill 20 Scout Striders, and that's going to involve taking on the Automatons. Now, the question I've seen is, what is a Scout Strider? And let me just stop the footage here on this one. That is a Scout Strider. It looks like a Star Wars AT-AT walker with two legs, but the entire top and back is exposed, and there is an automaton driver sitting in there. Easiest way to drop these things is to either pop them with a railgun or run in behind them and take out the driver, but yeah, there you go. You need 20 of these downed for the 15 war bonds, and good luck. Next up has to be yesterday's absolutely insane Exosuit, aka Mechs, launch, and just the fact that we liberated Tianquan that fast was only the appetizer for what was yet to come. Johan and the team were also pretty blown away as he took to Twitter to acknowledge just how damn good we are at spreading democracy. I am so impressed by the combined power and dedication of the Helldivers 2 community. You all are massive heroes, liberating Tianquan 4 times faster than we thought. This means that Game Master Joel, Johan, and the rest of the Arrowhead crew anticipated that we would still be involved in a struggle to fully liberate that major order, even now, and focusing our collective might, Helldivers completely took it over 4 times faster than even they thought we could, which is mental. But our brutal push to full liberation was not without casualties, as the very moment it went to 100% and the team announced that Exosuits were now available to use in the game, all hell broke loose. And we got 3 separate posts in the official Helldivers Discord, spread out over about 7 hours, as I can imagine the servers were literally catching fire from all of that mech action. The first of these was around noon yesterday when reports started flooding in that the game was literally splitting apart at the seams. Players were not able to log in, and as Michael said in his post, this happened when the combat walkers became available. In fact, so many players were trying to log in at the exact same time, the back-end infrastructure was just literally blown to pieces, and that's when reports again started flooding in about severe lag, not being able to log in, no rewards for mission completions, and I found this awesome meme on the Helldivers Discord that perfectly displays how players were feeling at that moment, because when they logged in and had more than enough rec credits to purchase the Patriot Exosuit, they couldn't, due to the servers just being stressed so badly. They wouldn't even register the purchase. And I know it was an inconvenience for us players, but damn, that's a great problem to have for Arrowhead. I mean, if you're going to have an all-hands-on-deck studio moment, having too many players trying to play your game is the kind of problem you want to have. Michael popped up again in the Discord around 5 p.m. EST yesterday, essentially giving the all clear, confirming there were issues when the mechs went live, and announcing that the team and the game were in a much better state, which, hindsight being 2020, was way too premature, as the tsunami third wave of issues was literally right around the corner, and this one, on a scale from 1 to 10, was going to register as an 11. Now, I grabbed a screenshot from SteamDB, so this is just Steam users, and Friday night, so last night, we were within 20,000 players of hitting the game's all-time peak, which was set way back at launch. I guess at this point, Michael needed oxygen because Spitz had to take over the Discord duties as this monster third spike now hit the servers. And just check out this graph showing kind of what happened here. I mean, I love this. It says, these are bad, this one's really bad. Now, Spitz went on to write, okay, so we broke it again and then fixed it again. 3 different spikes in traffic over the course of the day have been playing havoc with our server stability, but we're confident that it should be normalizing now and that players should be able to get into the game and earn rewards again. There is still a queue on the medals from previous major orders as well as on purchases of the combat mech and warbond items, so please retry if these purchases do not go through on your first attempt. Fast forward to this morning, and I just got in a few sessions, and the game is now running smoothly, at least for me. Mechs could be called in, medals and rewards were showing up, so fingers crossed everything is now prepped and ready because I think this afternoon and evening might be even more stressful for those Helldivers servers as players have time off over the weekend. Even Johan was asking for patience over on Twitter as the mass mech logon issue was literally baking the Helldivers servers. Let me know in the comment section what platform you were on and how the game is now performing for you. Are you finally getting those 45 war bonds owed to you from the Heath Angels Venture major order? How is it trying to buy the Exosuit stratagem? You know, that sort of stuff, as I'm interested to read your feedback. Sticking with this mech topic, and I'm already seeing calls from the Helldivers community to buff these things, and I think the argument is built around their armor, or lack of armor. This meme has already pulled over 9,100 upvotes over on the Helldivers Reddit, and it says, for context, even the spiky plant things can kill them, and then it's got this salesman trying to sell the mech to a potential Helldiver buyer, slaps roof of heavily armored mech, this bad boy can't, and then it just explodes mid-sentence. And I've personally not seen this happen to me. I learned pretty quickly that if you rotate your mech 90 degrees, it can even absorb a full charger charge from the side where the armor is actually thicker. Now these things look like they can handle a full nuke at point blank, but you need to think of them more as just walking sentry platforms. At least that's how I go about it. Keep the targets at range and just obliterate them with overwhelming firepower. Moving along, and next up, we've got the topic of mob and elite densities post-patch, and it's still a very active discussion in the Helldivers Reddit. And I know I pointed it out a few days ago as the overall enemy AI structures, like how aggressive they were, their speed, the elite concentrations, basically everything had been seriously cranked up post-patch, which, by the way, is on full display with this Reddit post now approaching 4,000 upvotes. And there is nothing we have at our disposal that can handle 10 Bile Titans all at once, plus all the lower level enemies that spawn in with them. And I wonder if the enemy spawns were one of the stealth buffs Spitz was referring to when responding to a member question over on Discord. Now, we saw this acknowledged in the Discord a few days ago, and apparently it's going to be handled in a future hotfix, but seriously, I have no idea what a lone Helldiver is supposed to do with all of this just coming at them at once. The final bit for today is, of course, about that much discussed Railgun issue, both pre and post patch. And remember, you are now needing to toggle this thing over to unsafe mode and ride the charge meter almost up to critical level to do max damage. This tweet was directed at Johan, just quite simply, fix the Railgun, to which Johan replied, we did! But for real though, the Railgun in unsafe mode didn't change the capabilities of it as it should. The AP, or armor pen, of it was insanely tweaked and now goes from good to GOAT, like it was always intended to be. A risk-reward weapon for high-tier play, like a sniper rifle on crack, but with the risk of killing the user. Now, overall, the community seems to still be divided on where the Railgun capabilities now fall. Unsafe mode versus safe mode, it still hits just as hard versus it now shoots off cotton balls. But, you know, the two most common responses I'm seeing to questions about the Railgun are, number one, how ineffective it is versus chargers. You could also say how inefficient it is versus chargers, as well as, number two, not knowing where to release the charged shot once the Railgun is nearing max levels, which if you hold it down just a little too long will self-destruct and kill you. Johan did acknowledge the issues with chargers, just simply responding, yeah, chargers are a bit annoying right now, which could indicate the team sees the inconsistencies with this enemy type and are now working on that issue. And I know a lot of you would like to see that one corrected. One crucial change I would love to see implemented for the Railgun is some sort of visual effect or maybe even an alarm sound implemented when it's about to reach max charge, so I know I have to release that shot, especially for me since I snipe almost always from third person and I don't have time to read and or I can't see those meters on the side of the weapon. So that's all I can afford to cram into this one for today, but the servers now seem to have stabilized. Fingers crossed they hold. We had some mech action, railgun discussions, enemy spawn buffs, and oh, I did want to mention that Johan is aware that we like the meteor shower random effects, but don't like getting killed by them, especially since we can't see this super light aura that's barely visible splash zone marker, and the dev team will be looking into it. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my future upload alerts. All my socials can be found in the video description below. Also, check again in the video description for an open invite link to my Discord server, as we have a quickly growing Helldivers community with areas for general discussions, tips and tricks, and of course the ever popular LFG, or looking for group channels where you can find other Helldivers and squad up with them. We've even got a bunch of free Discord voice channels, so once you have that perfect squad, you can hit those mics and bring the pain. Shout out to the now over 206,000 of you that have taken the time to hit subscribe. The channel growth right now is mental, and I wanted to say thank you. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer signing off.